Hey there, guys. This is Real Guardian. Really quick, there's a GoFundMe page now. I'm all asking around $800, mainly because I need to get a new Chromebook since the one I have is falling apart. New iPad since it's basically having such intense battery issues that it would cost more to repair it than to replace it. And three, a mic that's exclusive for this channel that isn't a hand-me-down. The link is down below. Please donate if you can. Now, I've also have a community tab now, and I've put up the first poll of Itachi's Beast. So if you want the particular beast you want to win, please vote for it now. That being said, I have two to record back to back. So I'd like to get this over with and done as soon as humanly possible. So, without further ado, what if Deku was a driver from Xenoblade 2, Part 5.5? This is all a prelude to Act 2, so it's all the necessary setup you need. Let's get started. Pyra is sulking, with Malice appearing, saying he's starting to stir a bit. Plus, thanks to my influence, it seems has mostly black hair now. Though he keeps saying Pagos has awakened over and over again in his sleep. Pyra's sighing, saying, just as we thought, that monster's back and only a blade can kill it, and the minions it spawns permanently. But these quirks can slow them down, but without us it's going to be impossible. Malice nodded in agreement. Gramps decided to speak up, saying, so he's the true Aegis driver, I take it. They both said yes. He's the combined might of us three, with the rest of the blades as well, though they're still in dormant states right now. If we could just get a healing one, it could help the kid out. Gramps was thinking, finally choosing to speak again. Then you need this. It's that girl's core crystal. Pyra said, wait, I felt someone leave the crystal back when Zuko got here. Malice said, it does seem we're one short, but how did it get here and we not realize it until now? Gramps responding, it's because of her connection to Izuku. When she left, she came here to me, since she had a familiarity with me before. Plus, you two were not in the best state of mind when he got here. You can help the Izuku boy by placing the crystal on him, and she will bond with him very quickly. So take it. Taking the core and placing the core crystal on Izuku's chest while both Pyra and Malice were praying. It started to glow. The cat girl on the thumbnail, the one with gray hair, appearing, saying, so this is our driver, huh? Man, do you think he could be any more stupid? He nearly dies fighting a battle he should not have done, or even participate in. What an idiot. She starts to heal. Now it's been a few days and Izuku's finally awoken. As the cat girl slowly lets him up, saying, hey there, be careful. With him actually trying to bolt up, with her smacking him in his head, saying, what did I just say to you? And then responding back, wait, who are you? She responds to him with, I'm your new blade. My name is Nina, and I'm a healing type, so that's why you're up so fast instead of taking months to heal. Pyra was nearby and hearing Zuko's voice jumped up on Gramps with blinding speed and ran into the room, hugging him very tight with tears leaving her eyes, saying, you idiot, never make me worry like that again. Ever. Do I make myself clear? His response being, sorry Pyra, so where's Mithra and Malos? Pyra taking a deep breath and changed into Mithra. She smacked him again, saying, you never make your wife worry like that. Ever. When she finished saying this, Nina responds with, wait, wife, what are you talking about? He's just a kid. Mithra sticking out her tongue, saying, yeah, we are his wife. That's what this ring symbolizes. Especially since we're his first wife. Plus, he loves us back, so there's no problem about it anyway. The boy thinking, first wife? When did I agree to this? While scratching his head. Malice walked in, saying, hey, how are you, kid? You respond with, fine, but I have some problems. Alice walked up asking, what is it? His response is, well, see, all I can remember is being trained by someone. I do have friends, I think, if I'm right on that. But the main concern is I don't even remember my own name at all. But I remember you two and everything involving you guys, even if it's incredibly hazy, oddly enough. Everyone looked at each other, with Mithra saying, okay, so to make sure, does the name Yumi mean anything to you? He shook his head no. Malice asks, does Inko mean anything to you? Again, shaking his head no, with Nia saying, does izuku mean something? Hearing this, he grabbed his head and was in complete and utter blinding pain. With Nia grabbing him and telling him to stop. If he tries to force his memories, it's going to have bad consequences to his mental health. So let's just give him a new name to live with from now on, until he can handle it. They were trying to come up with a name, and I was saying, I don't even think I can come up with a good one. Graham spoke up and said, how about the name Seze? Should work nicely, given its double meaning, as the boy repeated the word Seze over and over again, saying, I like it. They all nodded in agreement. Nearly a week had passed, and Seze's now going through rehabilitation and getting used to his new name, since he can barely walk right now. Mal is being with him currently, saying she's so sorry she caused this, and repeating over and over again as she was trying to help him walk. Seze saying, it's okay. It's my fault for not for doing all that without thinking about the consequences. I really lost myself there in my rage. I was saying, but I should have never given you that much power, no matter what state you were in. It destroyed your memories, and now you need help learning to walk again all over. Says he's saying, it's alright. And he kisses her right on the lips, which causes her to freak out, saying, why did you do that? He laughed and responded with, to make you feel better, to be honest, as he smiles, making her blush a deep red. Hearing a cough behind them to see a very angry Pyra, says they freaking completely out about it. She then runs up and grabs Seze and kisses him passionately, saying, if you want that, just ask me, okay? I don't mind sharing you because I resigned myself to it, but I demand a kiss if you kiss someone else. They're blushing and walking away to go back on patrol. I was saying, well, you got two wives now because I'm making you take full responsibility for that kiss. Says they laughing and saying, oh, having two beautiful wives like you fills me up with nothing but joy. I was thinking, this boy's a small criminal with women. He's going to get a lot of them after all. After that, he walks back inside with Alice helping, leaving saying, don't worry, I'm going to help Pyre get things for dinner and patrol. After that, he was left with Nina, saying, well, Mr. Playboy, happy now? Says he's thinking, saying, no, not really, because you're not my wife yet. Nina blushed and freaked out about saying in her head, what? Then she thought about it. Wait, I have his memories before he lost them too. He never acted like this before. But it seems losing him made his playful side more pronounced. He is sighing and getting all her thoughts together, finally saying, well, I will be your wife if you can tell me at least one thing about this. Pulling out a nearby box. Seze looking at it and saying, is that a storage box? He is saying yes, it's called the Infinite Storage Box. Fire will tell you about it if you ask her. He smiled, saying, so you're my wife now, right? And he is screaming back, no. But his response is, you said if I could tell you at least one thing about that box, you'd be my wife. She screams back, just because I said that doesn't mean I meant it, idiot. He got up and just kissed her, saying, nope, you're my wife now. No takebacks. Nina broke, thinking, what happened to that adorable 7-year-old kid? He turned into a playboy at 5. Seeing her completely freaking out and broken, he just laughs about it, saying, why don't we just get back to my treatment? Go through what goals you have for me to get through. Nia sighed and nodded at that thought. After a while, Pyra Malice came back with food, saying that everything around Gramps was safe for now. And while Pyra was in the kitchen, Seze asked, so about that box. Pyra saying, oh, that? It was a gift. It has some important things in it. You can go through it tomorrow since it's your rest day from what Nina told me. Well, we'll be patrolling further out from Gramps, just to make sure everything's safe. Okay? He nodded, and Seze then said, so what's for dinner then? Pyre cheerfully says, you will have to find out soon, little mister. He grunts, saying, no fair. Pyre saying, well, all fair in love and war, my dear husband. After that, they have a nice dinner, with Seze waking up the next day, reading the note about when they will be back to him, and walking no further than he can with the cane to the door if he needs to talk to Gramps. He sighs. Sensei then decides to go through the infinite storage box. First said it was a gift for me. Opening it, he found a All Might autograph with books on survival, medicine, cooking, animal physics, psychology, art books with the supplies for him, and a weird envelope that once he saw what was inside, he stashed it back. There's also a book series for reading, engineering books. And after going through all that, he pulled out a 3D map of the world. It seemed to add where he was at to it as well. That's going to be really helpful once I can start exploring. Seeing a BB gun with ammo, thinking I might want to learn how to shoot this and make ammo for it if I can. Pulling out what looked to be a portable workbench, followed by a set of weights, a guitar. Then remembering how to play the guitar, but not knowing why. I toyed this All Might person, a blue scarf with green and purple. He wrapped it around his neck, thinking, why does this feel so familiar? Getting his thoughts straightened out, saying to himself, I gotta learn all this by the end of the year. No breaks or exceptions, because it's going to take me at least 6 months from what Nina said to get back into fighting order. She's got nothing better to do than this. Walking in the door saying, hey Gramps. He answered back, yes, what is it? Sensei saying, can you tell those three to be careful when they get back? I'm going to be immersing myself in these books, so I don't want to freak out and cause more problems. Gramps saying, okay, I'll tell him. Sensei saying, thanks, Gramps. Getting to the portable workbench, she starts cracking the books. And in between the rehab and the training, this was going to be his life for the next year. But while all this was going on, what's everyone else's story? Well, it's been about a week after Izuku's disappearance. As I was walking the street thinking about what had happened during the past week, it seemed everyone that knew Pyra and Izuku from UA vowed to help find them and even make it their second objective in their lives. He was very grateful for that. But this notoriety he got, known as the mysterious young vigilante that defeated the world's greatest villain, and not only All Might could fight back was their theory. Yet it seems everyone was saying he was to be the next symbol of peace after All Might. But since the heroes are saying he's missing, most people have been reporting it or taking it as they're hiding him so he can stay safe and being made into a proper hero. Even though All Might said he dodged a bullet fighting All for One, since it probably would have made him crippled seeing the damage they both caused just on their own. This has been a great boon to help out the heroes though. The villains, since their symbol of terror was literally defeated by a child, it's caused some to question why there are villains. Is it worth it still being a villain? Those who still are have lately been fighting over what he's left behind since there's such a huge power vacuum. It's helped decrease the villain population since they're fighting amongst themselves, knocking each other out, or just getting captured easier. Meaning, as Izawa says to himself, having less work to do. As he was walking around the corner, he then bumped into something, looking down to see a small blonde-haired girl. She was in disheveled clothing, and she had to be no more than a year older than Izuku at this point. Sighing, he bent down, and before he could say anything, she got frightened, saying, please don't hurt me, I'm sorry for bumping into you. He's sighing again, saying, it's alright now. Why are you like this, kid? You shouldn't be walking around here. She started crying, saying I was thrown out by my family for having a villainous quirk. Sao was shocked to hear that, and his inner rage nearly took over after hearing that. But he calmed himself, saying, why don't you live with me? I'll take you in. I can't just leave you here after all. So what is your name? She's saying it's Toga, sir. Sao smiled, saying, well, Toga, come on. Let's get out of here. She nodded and took his outreached hand. After that, Azawa had her parents arrested, and by the end of the week, she was officially adopted by Azawa and was having a much better life. He even got Vlad to help him out since her quirk involved blood being the transformation and everything. But during this time period, him and Endeavor had been training Yumi, Katsuki, Fuyumi, and Shota, Toya, and Natsu and they've been increasing their training regiments a lot. Since they're so hell-bent on finding izuku, it's all they can do for them right now and keep them safe. It's been about a month since all this has happened. As I was saying, Toga, come here. Hearing the sounds of feet stopping as she runs in saying, "Hey there, Pops! So you're finally gonna let me train with the others?" He nodded his head saying, "Yep, now come here. We're going to the Katsuki's home to get her, and then we're heading to Endeavor's place for the training." Toga was smiling with glee. We're thinking about she can finally train with the others, since she's been training really hard with Izawa and Vlad, so she really wanted to meet other kids near her age. Plus, there are kids that Pops are trained too, so that's really cool, she thought. But more importantly, she really wanted to know who this Izuku kid was that Izawa seemed hell-bent on finding. Sadly, so far Pops has refused to talk to me about it. It's made me really mad at him, but I understand. Once in the car, Toga was waiting with glee to meet this Katsuki. She's apparently very close to him, if she's gathered what she's understanding. Since after all, it's time for her detective work once more. "Just call me Togo Holmes," she says to herself. After getting to the apartment complex, Ozawa knocks on the door seeing Katsuki's mother. He asks for Katsuki and if Mitsuki was okay. She nods saying, "Katsuki, come here." Then she responds to his question. She's alright. Even though the divorce is a bit hard after all. Only happened because of my stupid husband trying to get Izuku's inheritance. Take stuff from him. Don't know why. But thankfully, since you all vouched for me, even All Might, for being alive, the court finally ruled that it was to stay in my hands until either he's been found and come of age, or has been at least 20 years after his disappearance. It will then revert to me. But after going through all that, I've been putting my former husband through the ringer. That will teach him not to steal something that was not his. I'd love if he could finally explain why he wanted it so bad. Finally, Katsuki came down saying, "Hey there, Sensei," giving him a thumbs up. As I was saying, we're going to Endeavor's place. Also meet my daughter, Katsuki. Looking at her, giving a very shocked look, then saying, "How did a green-haired and black-haired person make a blonde?" Mitsuki giggling, saying, "Actually, Mr. Shota told me about adopting her. So she's not his blood-related daughter, but she is his daughter." Not saying it doesn't matter to him if she's my flesh and blood or not. She's still my daughter. Hearing this made Toga really, really happy. Ever since she met Pops, her life has become so much better. Natsuki saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry for bringing up something that could be painful." Toga shook her head no, saying, "It's alright. My name is Toga Izawa, by the way." She held out her hand. Hey, Katsuki shook it and responded with her own name. After that, they got in the car and started heading to Endeavor's place. Toga and Katsuki were just talking about random things. But Toga finally whispered in Katsuki's ear, saying, Want to know more about this Izuku kid? Dad doesn't tell me anything about him, so can we talk about when we're on break?" She nods, with Katsuki making it clear by whispering in her ear, "If you insult him, I'll end you." Toga's spine crawled with fear after hearing that one. Now arriving at Endeavor's home, entering it to see Endeavor sighing while tapping the arm of his chair, with all the Todoroki siblings in anti-quirk cuffs. When they all walked in, as I was saying, "Okay, what happened?" Endeavor looked at him, saying, "Well, these fours went out at night trying to find a lead on Izuku. After dragging them back here, I made it clear I was not removing the cuffs until it was their time to train." Seeing Katsuki saying, "Hey there, bomb girl, how you doing?" She smiled, saying, "Pretty good. And to be honest, I'm ready for some intense training today." Endeavor responded with, "That's good to hear. And you're the girl that Izawa adopted, correct?" Toga smiled, saying, "Yes, my name is Toga Izawa. It's great to meet you." He smiled, saying, "It's nice to meet you too. Okay, let's get something to eat." And Yumi's helping with the cookie. It's good, but sadly, she still can't beat Pyra. She laughed about that while getting up. As I was saying, true on that. That woman was an amazing cook. Endeavor saying, "Oh, Izawa, I've already joked to see the kid's progress." Izawa then froze, then screaming out, "What? Why did you do that?" Endeavor gave me a look saying, "Sorry, but my wife insisted." Izawa just slipping down against the wall saying, "Ray, really, I'm not looking for anything or a relationship." He just muttering, sighing to himself. Seems a bit of a Zuko's personality rubbed off on him. Toga coming up, saying, "Hey, Pops, I'm going into the kitchen really quick before everyone else gets there." Toga walked in to see a gray-haired girl with a white-haired woman and a green-haired woman. Toga saying, "Hi there, I'm Toga Izawa. It's nice to meet you." Three. They all turn around. The white and gray-haired people introducing themselves, saying, "Why, hello there. I'm Ray, and I'm Yumi." The green-haired woman walking up, saying, "I'm Ima Fudanada, but call me Joke." "So you're the cutie Izawa adopted." Toga smiling, saying, "Yes, that's me." And about 5 cats, that being Mittens, Charcoal, Dresden, Spooky, and Princess. Mittens and Charcoal are my pops, and mine are Dresden, Spooky, and Princess. I really like living with him. It's really fun, especially with the cats. But she motioned for Joke to come closer. She did, and Toga whispered in her ear, "And if you want help, I'll help you get with Pops." She giving a smirky smile, with Joke whispering, "We are now the best of friends in this world." As she laughs, knowing, "Izawa, you're finally going to be mine, especially with your cute little Toga's help." After that, they all eat and get to learn about each other and speak about different things. Toga was learning a new training regiment that will also be combined with theirs for spars. Finally, at the break for everyone, Toga is saying, "Hey, remember what I said earlier, Katsuki?" She nodded, saying, "Izuku is my childhood friend and future lover, whether he likes it or not. He's also one of the most sweetest and kindest person I know, and without him, I probably never want to be a hero. He's the reason I want to. After all, he was such a hero-loving nerd, so you could say, honestly, I was trying to do this to get his attention that way." You mean the rest walking up, asking, "So what are you guys talking about? Is it Izuku from what I heard?" Folks is saying, "Yeah." See, Izawa doesn't talk about him to me at all, so I was wondering what he was like. I'll say, "We'll tell you what he's like to us individually." Toya speaking up first, saying, "He's the kid that healed me so I can be a hero now. So to me, he's what a hero should be, and I'll live up to that example." Natsu spoke up, saying, "Zuko was like a brother to me, and to be honest, I never really thought about training my ice quirk that much until he showed up. And after he vanished, I found myself to get stronger with my ice quirk." Phoebe spoke next, saying, "I started training with my ice quirk because of Izuku. Plus, his smile always put me at ease. So I'm going to find him again to see that smile again." Shoto spoke up, "Izuku to me is where I need to be to get my fire. He proved to I could be near my dad's level with it if I try hard enough. Plus, without him, cold soba doesn't taste right anymore." Yumi's saying, "Izuku to me is a hero that saved my life. Without him, I'd be dead right now. So you could say he's my heroic knight in shining armor. And I'm going to be his future wife." This caused all the girls but Toga to glare at her. After that, Ray, Endeavor, and Zawa came back. Ray handing them snacks, with her asking, "What have they been talking about?" They all respond with Izuku. Ray thinking about it, "I see. He was a perfect young man, helped me out so many times in the kitchen. And with you guys, it was quite a blessing." They were thinking about it, saying, "Well, he's an amazing student. Truly proved himself as a future hero even before that fight. But I don't like what he did to my 2 daughters." Giving a ticked off look. So I was saying to me simply, he's a symbol of what a hero should be. That's all I need to say. After hearing all this, Toga decided right then and there to say, "I'm going to train to help find him. I'd love to meet him too, and be a hero for him." She gave a smile, and with that the day was done. It's almost been a year, and we've seen aside with Sa, whatever I said his name was, saying time to finish the hunt while crouching with a spear in his hand. Sorry about that last part. I'm just trying to get this done and I'm tired. This video is officially over with. I'm sorry for it being a lot shorter than the other ones, but I didn't write that much because I was trying to get this as a setup video. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is Real Garing signing off. Oh, it was Seze. Can't believe I forgot that.